welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and we've moved over to field 12 on Hutan Pantai, having partially done field 1. And this is because we discovered at the end of the last video that the peas that we're doing at the moment are for field 12. So we're delivering peas for field 12. We really need then to actually start harvesting them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this harvester in and start it going. Like the last field, we're doing it with a skip lines, automatic, getting it to do headlands first. So go okay. And then we'll set that one off. I'm hoping it's only going to reposition slightly. Yeah, it thinks it's blocked by the tractor and trailer, so we'll move these out of the way. Right, get them moved along a bit, and then the harvester should get going fine. So like last time, we're going to see if we can sort this. I'm going to move it over the other side of the road, actually. And we're going to run the second harvester. And the hope is that, well, I think we can deliver 3 more trailers without much issue. So jumping into the second harvester, this should still have GPS set up on it. Let's turn GPS on. Yeah, there we go. So GPS is still set up, so we can follow our first harvester with the second one, and I think we can get away with as many as 3 more trailers worth delivered. And then after that, we're going to have to try and come up with a way of not delivering peas off this field until we've completed the field. Front harvester is getting fairly full. It's actually harvesting a little bit more because it's doing this strange maneuver in the corner. Basically, it's cutting some extra in the corner to ensure that it can turn it. It does 2 turns into the corner to make sure that's in. And yeah, we're up to 77% in this harvester. The other one is, as I said, up to, well, it's over 80% at this point. It'll now reverse its way out and turn that corner. And we'll clean there's a couple of little bits that it's missed there. So we'll clean those up as we go past. Yeah, there it goes. Right, down with our header. We are onto our GPS course. And you can see that harvester now going around the corner, picking itself up. Meanwhile, we will come in here like so. And, yep, turn in and be right behind it. So the front harvester is full. We're only at 83%. So I'm going to back it off. I am going to empty both harvesters. It makes it easier for me if we empty both harvesters at the same time. And lining them up like this should also mean that we're able to easily pull alongside both of them as well. Although that really wasn't an easy pull alongside then. And that is the first harvester emptied. I will pull along the second one. I'm going to pull out a little bit. Try and position myself better. And that will empty out there. Fine. While that's emptying out, what I'm going to do is position my harvester back behind the tractor. And we can get going again. And we can pull here out of this tractor into this harvester, and away we go, keeping up with it. Harvesters are full again, and so we'll head round and we will get them emptied. This is both harvesters being full for a second time before we've got round the headland. And what I'm going to do here is we will empty out this harvester. We'll let it get to the start again, and then we've got to get it onto the 3rd headland, because otherwise it's going to just continue off on the second one and drive the whole way around the field. So we'll grab this here. Right, and hired worker off. And then once I'm safely onto the next row, we start it off here. And hopefully he just continues on. Repositions a bit. And away it goes. Sometimes these hired workers are too smart for their own good. It has done 5 cut-ins around that corner just to try and position itself in the right place to actually get around the corner, and it didn't need to do any of them. The harvester is fapping around, cutting sections out of the corner again. It is nearly full. So while my harvester is stuck there, just unable to move, I might as well bring the tractor and trailer around. And the question then becomes, has this got itself full? I don't think so. I think it's just doing, yeah, more strange maneuvers. I think it's slowed down because it's 99% full. In fact, yeah, it can't really move. Now let's pull this up the side and get everything loaded up. Actually, a really nice bit in this corner. And we can bring this alongside. And, oh, do we have space? Oh, we do still have space in that first trailer. There we go. Rather than this front harvester mucking around and wasting a whole load of our time, let's just position it around this corner and set it going again. It is 87% full, so we want to keep as close as possible, and hopefully when we then send it off and it finishes this headland, we'll then set it onto the 4th headland, and with any luck it will recognize where everything is. So I'm gonna empty the front harvester. I think we can empty our own harvester at our leisure. The front harvester needs to be emptied pretty much immediately. That is now. Not the best bit of maneuvering I've ever had to do, and it is right at the back of the trailer, but it is at least emptying it. Okay, so harvester is empty. We'll get out of its way. And then when it gets onto the 4th headland up here, yeah, what we'll do is we will stop it there. I don't know what it's doing. I think it's maneuvering onto the 4th headland, which if it's doing that, yeah, I want to then stop it here. Oh no, it's going back here, and it's going to go and finish off the little bit of headland that's not been touched yet. So let's go and empty our harvester. My harvester is empty, so I'm going to pull the auger in on that. And yeah, the other harvester is just finishing off a little bit. So I'm going to cut in on the other side over here, just to try and keep myself a little bit away from it. Basically, just trying to make it so that our 2 harvesters don't really collide at any point. Front harvester needs emptying again. We only had about 60% in the rear one. I think it'll start to be a little bit more even going forwards now, though. We do not have a lot of space left in these trailers. We're up to 85% full. I think one more load off here is going to finish these trailers off, and when that happens we need to go and tip them. We can tip these ones. This should take us up to about 2/3 delivered, so we still have quite a bit of breathing space, but yeah, it could end up very messy. Let's move this completely out of the way, because otherwise it's going to get in the way of the harvester and I'm going to have to move stuff about. This might fill these trailers. We've got a full harvester here. We were pretty close anyway, so I'm going to let that harvester work on. We're going to go and tip this, and we'll see if we are... So if we are 66% or higher on our delivery, then we can't deliver 2 full trailers. We could deliver 1 more full trailer if that happens. However, if we are less than 65%, then we have a chance of delivering 2 more trailers. We're just gonna have to be very, very careful with that. So here we go. Let's switch to the front one. Yep. And tip. This is where it gets just that little bit worrisome. 50% complete contract and 50% transported. That is quite a jump. Let's see if we can tip the second one. And yeah, if this goes more than 66%, more than 2/3, we can't tip two more into here. And 66% on the dot. We could very easily end up completing this contract with 2 more trailers, so I really don't want to do that. I have another solution, actually. I think we could get away with only doing like an 80% filled set of trailers, purposefully leaving it so that we're short, and seeing if that works. Our trailers are 70% complete, or 70% full, so this will probably take us to about 80%. This is really interesting because I don't know if I go dare risk emptying at this point. We've probably got about half the field to go, and that is a lot left to do. If we get the amount off here wrong, it's going to be a problem. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to risk this slightly more, and we are going to get it up to 90%. And so this here should get us up to 90% full on our trailers. Let's carefully pull this in here, get it underneath the auger for once, empty this out. And yeah, we need to go tip this. So 90% full, every possibility that this could complete what we need to deliver for the contract. If it does, we're going to have a very big problem, because most of the crop from field 1 will then have gone to completing this contract. Moment of truth then, as we come through the haze and the mist. Really gets very, very misty around Hutan Pantai. First trailer. Let's tip that then. So this should get us up to about 84% complete, I think, is where I expect this to hit. 83%, yeah. So exactly where I expected that to go to. And now this could be our moment of truth. And with the second trailer in, it was only about 80% full, 97% transported. Perfect. Now, with any luck, this contract won't complete purely on the purely on how much of the field we've harvested. We'll need to deliver more, which is great, because I expect there to be at least 2 more trailers worth off here. And anything more than that, what we'll probably go and do, I think, is go and get our trailer and hold anything more off the field beyond that. One problem I've had is if you knock the hired worker off course, it will not complete the road that you're on. So you can see the road that to the right we just had, the hired worker got knocked off course when I was unloading. Same has happened on the left over here. It got knocked off course and has just gone on to the next row. Just been completely unable to stop it doing it. Right, we're heading for 2 full tanks. We'll stop this here and I'll empty my harvester, and then by the time we've emptied this, the other one, yeah, the other one's going to be ready as well. What I'm interested in is whether the other harvester is going to come back and try and complete these rows that it's missed. I think that would be really interesting to see. We have a full trailer off here, so let's take that. And that's done. And then We'll pop across here to this one and grab this one. So this is going to go in the back trailer. Carefully position this here. Yeah, it's I have issues lining myself up with these very short pipes that are on these pea harvesters. The only thing I don't like about the pea harvesters, they're quite difficult to empty with the pipes they've got on them. And that's that one empty. So we're up to 60% full. We can take 4 more loads off these harvesters. I don't think that's going to be enough to finish this field. So 4 more loads. So we've got 6 loads in total that we can get off the harvesters on this field. I think we're going to have these loaded up to the maximum in order to actually get this all harvested on here. But we'll see how it goes. We're getting very close to full on here. We've got 2 more loads that we can fit in these trailers, so we're up to 80%. This will take us up to 90%. So basically we won't be emptying this harvester again. As a result, this harvester now will go to the end of the field. But worryingly, there's got to be more than 2 full harvesters worth in the left on this field. So if it's 3 full harvesters, we'll be okay. If it's more than that, that's going to be a problem. We're almost full on this harvester. The other harvester is full, so that is out of the equation for now. I'm going to reverse this up. We'll get this emptied. The rest of this field kind of needs to fit in this harvester. If I bring my trailer up here, that might be enough to do this. That would basically give us 2 full harvesters worth. Is that close enough? I don't know if that's close enough. We'll find out in a moment. Is that... Yes, just. So, this will give us a full trailer. And so our trailers are full, our harvester's full. We will need to bring our trailer up here if this harvester doesn't get through the rest of this field. The contract has got to 98%. We are full on peas in this harvester. If I go even a smidge further, I think this will stop. Yeah, there we go. That's full. That's all done. Our trailer is full. Our tractor and trailer are full. Our other harvester is full. Just double checking that. Yeah, that's full. This harvester is also full. Thankfully, help is on the way. I said a hired worker coming with our little trailer and tractor a while ago because I thought this might happen. Another 8,000 litres off this, so we should be able to get 2 harvesters worth off. And it's been navigating its way around the town rather nicely. So I'm going to take the hired worker off. We'll take over and we'll go and empty the other harvester first. Yeah, we'll go and empty the other harvester first. I don't think there's more than 2 harvesters worth left on this field. And the great thing about this is all of the peas in this, I think, are probably going to end up in our factory. I think we're going to end up with nearly 8,000 litres off these 2 fields for ourselves, which will be brilliant. So let's empty this first, see if this goes back and does the other bits that it missed. But yeah, really useful to be able to use this. Now, somebody did put in the comments of Thursday's videos, not how contracts work. If I delivered everything on here, it would just go and add to the other field. Except it would stop me harvesting anything left on this field if it completed the contract. So I wanted to prevent that from happening. What we really want on here is every single pea harvested, so that we can go and make the maximum amount of profit we can from doing these. We're going to get 17,000 for this. We're going to get about 8,000 for the other one. And yeah, there we go. That is 2 harvesters worth from here, which is just about going to fill this trailer. And with this emptied, the trailer is 93% full. So we can even fit a smidge more. And look, the other harvester is going to go and harvest the bits it missed. Fantastic. I think we're going to be able to get this field done. Oh no, the contract's completed. We're done. We can't harvest any more off this field. That's a disaster. Look at all those peas that we're missing out on that we can't get. No. That is defeat from the jaws of victory. 709. Oh, well, we got most of the field out at the very least. But that is me risking it by trying to tip more on there. It won't let me harvest the rest of these, and that is a disaster. That is an absolute disaster. There's probably a full harvester's worth of peas still to harvest off here, and we cannot harvest them. Right, let's stop this harvester. We need to get the other field harvested and finished off. We're gonna have to be very careful though, because if we go and deliver anything, well, we can deliver some and we should have some space, but yeah, we've now got to try and maximize what we can get off field 1, because what's left on field 12 is not available to us. We've lost out on probably around 4,000 liters of peas from getting that slightly wrong on the previous contract. Now it's all about how much can we get off field 1. We know we've got just over 8,000 peas in our own trailer. We can probably go and tip 1 trailer, so I think we'll be all right there. Yeah, I am definitely learning the hard way about how to handle contracts in FS 25, because this shouldn't have happened. I've got a plan for the future for how I want to handle contracts and how to make sure this doesn't happen again. But very, very annoying that we've lost all of those peas. Those are worth so much money to us. I'd Worker has a full tank. We've got some space left, so we might be able to fit most of this remaining field in this harvester. We're getting very close to full here, and this is the very last strip on this field. Yep, I think we've got it. That is everything harvested on here. 3,653. So now I can go and tip stuff in the other trailers without fear that we are gonna have a problem. I am going to send my own tractor and trailer back to the farm, because I think we can make quite a bit from those. So yeah, let's get that done. So our tractor and trailer, which is not that one, that's that one. Set destination, we want to set that back to our farmyard, and hopefully that has no problem getting to there. Right, and then we want to enter this. Thankfully, it's not a massive amount of peas left on the field, but it is enough to cause us a problem. Really is. Okay, moment of truth. How much is going to be able to be tipped into here? First trailer. We've got 37,000 liters between these 2 trailers. And that is, it'll be interesting to see how much is delivered from this first trailer, how much this completes. 44% transported for field 1. It looks like we're only gonna get about 88% of the way through. Yeah, looks like the remaining peas that we have over on field 1 are going to be needed. So I'm going to drop off the rear trailer here. We don't need it. And we're going to head back to the field and grab what's sitting in the harvesters. And hopefully that's enough to finish field 1. So up to field 1, avoid the road sign. Did I leave myself enough space? I think I might have if I position this right. Yep. Both harvesters in. And we need 12%. I think we might be all right. We might end up taking this back to the farm if that's the case. I don't know which contract this trailer goes with, but 7,383 liters, that must be enough to finish this. Okay, can we save any of this? Is there anything extra we can keep? Because the more we can keep after the failure on field 12, the better. Tipping it in, and there. Whoa, we managed to save another 5,000 liters. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's get all these back then to our farm, because that is over 13,000 liters of peas that we get to keep, and that actually is huge. That's a huge amount. All in all, I think I'm happy how this has all turned out. We've ended up with nearly 14,000 liters of peas to put into our factory. Let's just bring this up. I want to toggle my tip side so we can do the grain door and reverse that up and unload that into there. Yeah, this is going to result in about 7,000 liters worth of canned peas. Those are worth about 5,000 to 6,000 per 1,000 liters. So that is huge. Of just a couple of contracts, really makes doing those contracts worth it. We'll put this in as well. This is also on the grain door at the moment. That should fund us into the work I want to do in the winter. The contracts themselves should give us enough money to buy the woodland, and then these should give us the money to hire the equipment to do what I want to do in winter. So that is utterly fantastic. While that's emptying, I want to complete both these contracts. Farmland 1 and Farmland 12. 7,000, 16,000. Perfect. Collect that. Okay. And collect that. Okay. Absolutely awesome. That takes us up to 64,393. And with our peas going in, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below. Follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.